I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court was...
This is Deobra Redden. Guy was in the courtroom a couple days ago and had an outburst that ended up with him lunging through the air into the judge like Wolverine out of X-Men, and then getting in a fight with a marshal that put a marshal in the hospital, dislocated his shoulder, gashed his head up. Didn't put the judge in the hospital, but she had some injuries. She had to get checked out, but she's all right. And essentially it looked as if 3 dudes had to fight this one guy when he was in the courtroom, fighting the whole courtroom. So let's look at what he did, everything surrounding it, and I'm gonna give some thoughts throughout, right? So he's a 3-time felon. He met with Judge Mary Kay Holthus on a charge of attempted battery with substantial bodily harm. That's why he was in the courtroom. The dude got 3 felony convictions, 9 misdemeanors on the record. Overall, what it looks like, he been beating people up or getting in all physical altercations with niggas for like over 10 years if we keeping it a bean, right? In 2012, he was convicted of assault causing bodily injury to a family member, and a judge has sentenced him to 45 days in jail. Then the next year, he was convicted 3 times for domestic battery. He had to go to anger management. He spent 2 months in jail and had to pay a fine in 3 different cases. In 2014, he had an attempted theft. The judge granted him leniency again, gave him probation, which he violated several times. Then they put him in a mental health court program. Then while he was on probation, he beat somebody again twice, had tampered with his, they said alcohol monitoring bracelet, right? I don't know what that looks like or even what that really is. Excuse me, my innocence is showing again, but I knew they had ankle monitors, but I didn't know they had them for, it could tell when you had a drink of alcohol. That's actually pretty cool. Well, not for the guys that drink anyway. And then he also kicked the police officer in the knee. Then it looked like he had a cool down moment. It didn't look like they had anything on him from what, about 2015 to 2018. And then I guess that dog kicked up again in 2018, which he was convicted of battery with substantial bodily harm. He bit a woman, broke the window of a man's car with a rock, right? And then he got sentenced to probation. And he got off the probation in 2020 and 2021. Then when he got off of it, hey, that demon came up out of him again. Convicted for domestic battery. A different judge sentenced Redden to prison for 12 to 30 months. And the board granted him parole in 2022. And then also in 2021, he got charged with an attempted home invasion and destroying the property of another person. So this is where things, in my opinion, get real interesting. And it makes me like really scratch my head, right, in terms of what this dude's mind is like and how a person could even get to this level of how he's behaving now. So in January 2023, he met with the same judge that he just tried to attack. So this time last year, he met with the same judge that he just attacked several days ago, and he pleaded guilty, and the judge released him without having to pay bail. So she took a chance, took a leap of faith, and thought maybe he would change his behavior. That February of 2023, he was sentenced to a year probation. And April 23rd of last year, he got into another altercation, threatened to bust a dude's kneecaps up with a baseball bat. You know, just, I'm gonna do this, and this is the type of dude he say he gonna do it, and due to his history, he probably will. In May of last year, a different judge had ordered him to undergo a competency determination. Yo, saying those 2 words together, oh my gosh. I've had to repeat this like 10 times, I swear. Competency determination.
Holy.
He violated the probation that the same judge he tried to attack gave him in October that year, and he was ordered to serve 106 days in jail. That's everything surrounding dude. I actually watched the 11-minute video that I'm gonna have linked in the article if you want to check it out as well. Bro, in the 11-minute video, this is so night and day with his behavior that I pray I never gotta sit behind bars. That is, if I can get through life without having to sit behind bars, I had a good life, right? But if I was up in the jail cell with a nigga acting like this, oh, I'm going PC. I'm locking it up. I cannot be in a jail cell with this because the dude speaks so well, right? You wouldn't think that a person got a switch like this in his brain. Dude speaking very well. He's like, yeah, I just got a new job, making 20 an hour. I'm part of the union now. I had some mental health problems, but I'm in a better place mentally now. Speaking real well, right? I'm sitting there thinking like, huh? Like it threw me off because you would think when a person coming in and they already on 10 like that, especially when you see some of these courthouse videos, like a lot of dudes that's on 10, they don't just go to 10. 7. They come in the courthouse like on an 8. They already, you can tell like, yeah, he gonna do something nutballish. He gonna act stupid in some way. And then it goes up to a 10. This guy came in the courthouse on a -10. He just standing there relatively normal. His lawyer with him is asking the judge like, hey, you know, can you just grant him probation again? The judge that was ultimately, I think she was gonna send him to prison for a little bit. He was only facing what, 19 to 43 months? What's that? That's up to a year to maybe 5 years, a little under 5, like a year to 4 years. He took a chance on him last year. He showed he couldn't be given a chance, probably because they've given him so many chances over the last 10 years. Let's just keep it a bean, right? They've given this guy a lot of chances. I'm hearing some people like say, oh, it's because she said something slick. Like she does like a face and she's like, yeah, we're gonna try something else. Like that's what caused this. Her saying like, hey, we're gonna try something else. And then he screams out, nah, F that B. Does the running Logan Wolverine jump over the podium, and I in my brain for some reason, you know, I've never been in a courtroom like IRL, but you know, you always see in the shows and the movies, those things is kind of high up. And I mean, he clears it, completely clears it, jumps over, right, to get her. It just makes me like, it makes me scratch my head. I'm looking around just as I'm thinking about this, because it's like, don't get me wrong. Again, I'm going to say it again. I can make it through life without sitting behind bars or having some handcuffs on. That's a good life to me, right? Seriously. But 1 to 4, I would not want to give up 1 to 4 in my life. I'm not trying to say like 1 to 4 ain't that bad. Oh my gosh, I'd be in hell. To me, that would be hell. But 1 to 4 versus what he's potentially going to face now, and you know they going to overmax him. It's not going to be like, okay, you know, hey, you did this. We're going to add on a couple more charges, but you'll be out in 6 years. I don't see him getting 4, like, okay, let's say the nigga facing 6 to 15. I don't see them saying like, hey, we'll just give him 6. Just 6 little years, man. He'll be all right. No, it's like, I feel like you gonna get the upper half of that. Now, it's like, all right, hey, let's see how you acting in 10. You going in at 30, 31? Let's see how you feeling if you got that dog in you at 42 when you coming home. So, the update of it since this has happened, right? I said a little bit at the beginning when he jumped over, he flung himself over the judge's bench and grabbed her hair. He made the American flag fall on the both of them. She suffered some injuries, but she was all right. So they end up putting 13 new charges on him, including extortion and coercion with force. 7 of the new counts are battery on a protected person, referring to the judge and officers who came to her aid. Goes on to say that the courtroom marshal was also hospitalized for a bleeding gash on his forehead and a dislocated shoulder. There's been 2 stories that's very similar to this that I've seen in the last 180 days that I'm thinking, I'm like, man, surely there are some brothers in jail that you could show leniency towards over some of these guys, right? And it's this dude is the second guy. The first guy happened in Baltimore. I'd be thinking about this lady a lot, bro. Miss Pava that unfortunately got murdered about 3-4 months back, right? They let the dude out on something similar. Dude was just one of them super violent niggas running around acting the fool, right? And they let him out. His first day out, dude just went on some Grand Theft Auto crime spree type shit. Broke in, did a home invasion, took the cat of a lady, tried to kill her man. Then I guess was going around the city, saw Miss Pava sitting to her apartment first floor studying for something, got her to open the door. Then when he got on the elevator with her, beat her head in. It's like, it's been 2 of these stories. I'm like, damn, bro, like, there wasn't nobody else y'all could have let out. There wasn't nobody like on a weed charge that maybe y'all could have let out. Maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe a dude just, it's his first time he got into a DV with his lady. He ain't never gonna do it again, Judge. Y'all can let out. Not the dude that's been doing this for 12 years. This has been his personality for 12 years. And he's been given chance after chance after chance to change. And the only thing that's changing is the combinations of his punches that he's throwing when he's going 2 to the body, 1 to the head on you. So it's like damn. So I hope they cook him. I hope he gets overmaxed. I'm gonna give it a beam, because I think the only thing that will change people straight up is time. You gotta let time break you. Time will break you down in ways that you'll really be sitting there and you be thinking like, golly, oh my goodness, you got nothing but time to sit there. It ain't fun no more. You just gotta sit there with the time and thinking about what you did nonstop, cold, uncomfortable. I think that's the only thing that's can get some people to change, bro. Cause if the courthouse psych is saying he's competent to stand trial, like he just playing stupid. He ain't really stupid. I'm listening to him and I'm like, all right, that seemed like a switch he could turn on and off. I ain't saying mental health ain't a thing, but hey, sometimes I be feeling like, all right, man, dude he cut that shit on and off, bro. And I definitely feel like this is a brother that can cut it on and off. And when he tried to, put on the little choir boy voice, like, I got a new job. I'm trying my best. Things have really turned around for me, Judge. And when that wasn't working no more, that's when that nigga come up at him. He doing this in the courtroom with his mama in there? His mama in there? Man, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm one of the courthouse people and I'm watching this play out, I'm looking directly at his mama. I want to see, I'm looking in his mama's eyes. I want to see, ain't no way she didn't know her little baby. That's her little baby. Didn't have that dog up in him like this, but I don't know, man. This is a rambunctious nigga. This is a nigga that we need time to break him. Let time break him down, man. Let him come in there. Let him go in there, no ED, and let him come out. He might need a Viagra, get his dick hard, bro. Maybe that'll even him out. Let that test level drop a little bit, cause I don't know how dude acting right now. Dude acting like he got gorilla test in his veins. He acting like this, so I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it, man. Did you see this? Let me know what y'all think about it. I always look forward to reading y'all's comments. And I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to watch my content as always. That being said, I'm gonna talk to y'all on the next one. Everybody be safe and I'll see y'all soon.